Never Stop Learning, week 174. I'm going to show you my first look at the new guide layout, which is a new feature in Adobe Photoshop CC 2014. Alright, so I'm just going to start off with a blank document, and in order to find this new feature, what you want to do is come over to the top, right here in the View menu, scroll down, and you're going to find New Guide Layout. Now, whenever you see ... that means you're going to come up with a new window. Alright, so right in here, we're starting off with the default preset. Right over here you see we have the different presets, and you want to make sure that your preview is turned on over here on the right. Now I could click on this little drop down menu right here, and that's going to show me the different presets that already ship with Adobe Photoshop. Alright, so I'm going to come over here and try 8 column, and that's the one that we have set up by default. And I'll come over here and just try the 24 column one, and there you go. So now we have a 24 column with the gutter over here set to 0.278 inches. Alright, now we could also set in a custom one, so we could put in whatever value we want, or we could load different presets that we've already made. So let me create one really quick and save that off, and that way you get an idea of how this works. Alright, so the gutter, I'm actually going to set this to 0. Alright, so all I did was highlight that value and then replace it with 0. Over here, I'm going to click once, and I'm going to use my scroll wheel to introduce new values. So I could just go along here. I'm going to do a really basic layout. All I want is to split it in half both ways. This way I know where the dead center is of my document. Alright, so I'm going to save this guy off. I'm going to come over here, choose Save Preset. When I click on that, this pops open and I'm able to save this off. I'm going to give it a name of, let's say, 4 up. That way I get a good idea of what's going on. Alright, save. 4 up, click OK. There you go. So now this is just a quick way to lay something out. I'm splitting up the sheet into 4 different sections here. Alright, I'm going to come back over here, View, and what I want to do is clear these guides out. Alright, View, New Guide Layout, and there you go. It's bringing up that 4 up preset that we just created. Alright, so I'm going to keep going on down the road. We have this margin set up right here, so I'm going to turn this guy on. And for the margin, I'm actually going to come back over here and back off on these. Alright, so we'll leave these set to 0. And over here, I'd like a margin of 1/4 of an inch for the top, left, bottom, and right. Alright, so now I've got these guys coming in here. This way I have a little bit of a bleed set up. So let me save this one off because I know I'm going to use this for a future project. I'll click on Save, and I'll call this 1/4 bleed. Alright, choose Save to accept that, and there you go. So now we have 1/4 bleed set up right here. If I want to call upon the 4 up, I could just bring it up here, and if I wanted to delete any of these, I have to come over here and choose Delete Preset, and I could delete all of them, or I could choose a specific preset to delete. Now I want to keep those, so I'm going to hit Cancel, and I'll just click OK to accept that. And there you have it, folks. That's the new guide layout, which is a new feature in Adobe Photoshop CC 2014.